Alright, good evening, morning, afternoon, everybody. This is Watch coming at you live from Las Vegas. Um, let's see. So, not going to be super long for this video. Just wanted to put a little something something out for Star Wars Day. Wait. This doesn't seem right. That's right, it was the one where I button mashed. Here we go. But next up on our to-do list is Tatooine, so I thought it would be kind of a shame to not go to Tatooine on Star Wars Day. So yeah, well, we're headed there. Just a recap of everything that's happened. The Republic is at war with the Sith Empire. I was a Republic, or our buddy Hod Toward, or Hod Toward here was a soldier for the Republic who found out that he's a Jedi, who shares a random force bond with this lady Bastila, who's a Jedi. This is Karth. We hate Karth. And then, so the leaders of the Sith Empire were Darth Revan and Darth Malak. Darth Revan was killed by Darth Malak. But while they were still Jedi, those two found this thing called the Star Forge, which they presumably have been using to help their efforts to take over the galaxy. So we are on a quest to track down the map to the Star Forge that they used so we can, I don't know, stop them or, well, him, because Revan got blown up. Anyway, so yeah, so we found the first piece of it here on Dantooine, which is the Jedi enclave where they do their training. So this one, Yavin. So Yavin is a gas giant. So Yavin 4 is a moon around Yavin. That's where the battle with the Death Star happens in A New Hope. This is part of a DLC. You can go there, buy some fancy weapons. I'm not gonna waste my time with it. I might go just so you guys can see what it looks like, but we're not gonna worry. So here's Dantooine. We're going to Tatooine. So for the to-do list today, I don't think we're gonna do the main quest or a ton of side quests. We're gonna pick up the new character on this planet because he's the best. Um, and probably just goof around in Anchorhead for a little while. Maybe go out to the Dune Sea. We'll see how we're feeling. Sorry, I just want to make sure we're recording. Okay, we're good. The back of that guy's haircut. Looks like he used a ruler to cut the back.
Lord Malak, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malak. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malak.
Oh, please. Yeah, Calo Nord.
Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila
Mr.
and Karth
5 foot
escaped the
nothing.
land. Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malak.
Calo
His
has agreed
voice
to help
kills
us
me
capture
every
the young
time I
Bastila
hear
for a
it.
very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well
Her companions are nothing to me, Callow. But I
What is
desire
this
the
hat that
Jedi
he's
taken
wearing?
alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malak, forgive me. There is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Callow has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malak.
That's called foreshadowing. So, I live in Las Vegas, so I'm rather partial to desert planets.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
Maybe it wasn't always a desert.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. A star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it
I'll
against
explain
dust
that
and
towards the end of the
sandstorms.
game, because I don't want to spoil
There are
anything.
many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt
I
things will
remember.
become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
So, one thing I forgot to mention, one of the reasons that Bastila is so important to the Republic is she has this power called battle meditation, where when she meditates, it basically buffs her allies and debuffs her enemies. It's kind of the only reason the Republic's still in the fight. So let's see what all of our friends and Karth have to say about Tatooine.
Yes, what's on your mind? Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
Well, better get used to it, because you're not leaving the ship until the end of the game.
You want to be smart, do you? Fine, so long as I get some questions answered. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Dantooine for training. Isn't that strange?
Now, like, if I was having this conversation in real life, I'd just tell him, but because I hate Karth, I'm just gonna... it's none of your business.
I'm sorry, aren't I a part of this mission? I mean, the Jedi may be in charge, but I'm risking all the same things you are.
Yeah, but you're also stupid.
That is completely beside the point. The Jedi encouraged you to stay with us, and I don't believe the reasons they gave. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Why don't you just leave?
No, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted or that I want to go. It's just... Damn
where
it.
it's so
Well,
easy.
I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
What are you gonna do about it?
Nothing. Not yet. I just better hope I don't get a reason to. Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is
So
insult
Saul
you.
was the guy that was
Forget I
talking
said
to the
anything.
Sith Lord,
Let's just get on with what we were doing.
who wasn't Stephen Miller height.
Yes, what's on your mind? Tatooine's just a desert planet. I hear the mining isn't going so well. I bet the colony gets abandoned before long. Well, that's all I can think of, and you got it.
How may I be of assistance?
What do you have to say?
Of course.
All right, good talk.
How may I be? Of course.
Jerk. Alright. People might not have a whole lot to say to me at this point, since the last episode we did all of our talking. We'll come back to you.
Hey there, what can I do for you? I always heard Tatooine was nothing but a rock covered by a bunch of worthless sand. I can't even figure out why Zerka Corp set up their mining operations here. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do? Don't tell me you believe Lena's lies! Griff might be working as a miner on Tatooine, but the rest of her story is Bantha Poodoo. You can't trust someone like her. At least Griff's free of her clutches. I'd like to go speak to the Zerka Corp rep on Tatooine if we have time. Maybe I can arrange to see my brother again. I just hope he's not in any kind of trouble when we do.
He probably will be. I don't remember. Did I already ask her what she knows about? Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
Oh, I'd love you, T3, but you're not gonna have anything to say. Let's go talk to Duke Nukem.
Yeah, what do you want? I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan. For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack.
Glasses.
The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
I'm curious to know, like, of all the voice actors in this game, I think that the guy who voices Kanders is
their slow,
the best.
ponderous ship could not turn to face us without
He did a
being
really good job.
overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another
This voice
time,
actor
maybe
is
I'll
a
tell you
or
about
was
how
a
the war
comedian,
with the
by the way.
Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
John Kagan, I don't know how you say it. What else has he been in? He was Treasure Planet. Let's see. It's like he's always just kind of background characters and stuff. Oh, he was in Frasier. Nice. He was the Kangaroo Commando in Ben 10. I haven't played Metal Gear, but he was Solidus Snake in Metal Gear 2. or Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh, I think I played that Robin Hood game. Yeah, Robin Hood Defender of the Crown. Man, that takes me back. Playing that on the PS2. Whew. They made a video game of The Sopranos. Sorry.
Tatooine is one big desert with rocks sticking out. I heard that some of my people came here after the war, but I don't know what happened to them. The world of my clan, Ordo, was much like this. Dust basins and rock crags. But my world at least has some green around the equator. This place is just sand all over. There are some vicious people on this world, but the desert is the real enemy. Trips out in the desert, especially the deep desert, should be taken very carefully. Do you have anything else you want to ask?
So pros, you got to do voice acting in the Halo series. Cons, it was in Halo 4.
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We raised whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
He's a Mandalorian, by the way, if you were not aware.
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition. I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no
I have a
honor
feeling
in
he says
wiping
that
them
no
out
matter
like
what you
rats.
say to him.
But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes, especially later.
You mean when we beat the crap out of you?
Later, when Revan had joined the war.
Yeah, again,
But we'll get
the
back
illusion
to
of
that.
choice.
We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know? Stimulant? Here's a speed-boosting stimulant. There anything else? We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of.
I've never actually
But
sat
once
and
the
listened
Jedi
to
Revan took charge,
this guy.
things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets
I also
began
have
to use
ADHD,
more
so
than
I'm not
just
really
basic
listening
tactics.
anyways.
Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us. The Sith had gone, retreated into their empire. They sealed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. We thought it would be centuries before they'd come back. It's amazing that they could rebuild their fleet so fast. But at the time, it looked like the galaxy was in our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
We're gonna get into that in the second game quite a bit. That battle at Malachor 5.
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan. that
Also
you prevailed.
Bowder.
His strategies
forget
and
Bowder.
tactics defeated the best
He
of
helped
us.
a lot.
Even Mandalore himself was taken
But
aback
again, we'll,
by the ferocity of his attacks,
we'll get into
the
that.
tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance. Don't be naive. The Republic is not invincible. This battle was the end of the war one way or another. It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zahar.
Jar, actually. That's the sound the ZH makes. I think we both know the real reason you've been watching me.
You never
He did the eyebrow lift as I said that.
I'm interested in you. I find you intriguing, compelling even, but it's not what you think. You
Compelling?
have a great gift. You have an awesome command of the Force, and I tremble when I think of how you might misuse it. What? No, of course not. Not like that, anyway. In many ways, you are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy, or you could bring untold destruction upon us all. I have seen you give in to temptation and indulge your baser emotions on many occasions. I'm afraid you are on the path that leads to the dark
All of
side.
those
We
occasions
need
were
to
just
see what the
either
dark side
irritate her
represents
or
in its
Karth.
entirety. For it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for.
And in this game, it also makes your character look uglier the more dark side you get.
I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly?
I just got finished talking to Timu Duke Nukem. I think he might have some thoughts on that.
One who serves the light does not strike down an innocent. We take arms against the dark side and the injustice that follows it only. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying.
Hope you guys were taking notes on that one.
I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Oh, I forgot you can do this. First person view. So I like how the, oh, no, that's cool. I thought it was just a static JPEG in the windows. But no, it actually moves with your perspective. Yeah, how about that? 2003, everybody.
How can I help? Then I...
Dang it, dude, get out of my way. Oh yeah, I need to check out the cargo hold because someone's been eating all my food! This is not the cargo hold. It's been a while since I played this. Give me a break. The food seems to have been disturbed recently. No one in the party would have done this except for Karth. So there must be some other explanation. There are no half-eaten or torn packages to indicate the theft was from pests or vermin. It looks like some unknown person has been conducting clandestine raids on your stores. Whoever the thief is, they have managed to avoid detection by you or your companions so far. Maybe a thorough search of the ship will reveal the stowaway. That's right. I'm pretty sure that's where the thief's hiding, if I remember right. I just don't remember how to get it open. I think it's next time I come on board the ship after I leave that they appear. I'll make sure to resolve this before leaving Tatooine. Oh, you think you hear the soft patter of footsteps behind you, but when you stop to listen, they disappear. Got him. Okay, that's all the stuff I already looked at. Maybe they're back here again? I don't think that this room gets used in this game, but it gets used for sure in the second one. This is where one of the characters likes to hang out. Okay, never mind. So I'm hearing things again. We'll take Bastila, and we'll take Mission. Because she's got she wants to find her brother.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this. The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Sounds like communism to me.
You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time.
Well, that was easy. Sure wish I had special mind-affecting force powers.
This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customer,
Car registration is a scam, by the way.
On services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Considering who we're here to pick up, I'm gonna say pleasure. Probably the funniest character in all of Star Wars. Give me some background on what's going on here.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
Like, they'll pay you for every Tusken Raider you kill.
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
I do kind of like listening to this guy's voice. You want to tell me more about it?
I can tell you more, I guess. It's not a big secret or anything. Just not good for business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company. Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business. Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it. Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also
Like the Tusken Raiders.
barren wastes that serve as fine soup tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however. Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but
A la
I can't
Dune
picture it
and
as anything
Arrakis.
but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals.
What do you mean?
Sand people. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate. Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it. I will answer as best I can. That's not much information. Could you tell me more? A star map? That's old holotech, isn't it? Not much reason to outfit this dry rock with tech like that. You could ask around, but for something like that, you'll probably have to go digging. I wouldn't know where to begin. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know. There, it...
See some of these other things he has to say. What about the city of Anchorhead? Or no, there's more on this dialogue tree. Any other sentient races?
The Jawas are scavengers, and a bit primitive. Hard to understand. They have an affinity for droids. Some of our scientists believe that they may not be native to the planet. But how they got here, they may not even know. As I said, they're hard to understand. They usually end up slaves to the Sand People. They aren't fighters. Good traders, though. It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
That's probably good.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
If I have anything to say about it. Oh. Can you imagine what it would be like if Bethesda made this game? Just start attacking scumbags like Zerka. Okay, let's see.
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa mchawa. Don't
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother.
bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawa gawa bagon. Donk kiba nukunek. Tanga boksha nak nong.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite
Imagine getting hired to do voice acting and you walk in and they just hand, they're like, here's the script and it's just a bunch of gibberish. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna be playing all the aliens.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wana kumbes chi pala mulak. Tonki pa na nonek. Tu nikton chu chun
You can
ke
tell this voice
nemolek
actress is
rabest.
totally just
Mala
phoning
ligo
it in.
perk.
My mother's condition.
Ti un pa do punta kri. Ak ti
But
kondo
again,
ona
hard to
chau
blame her when
chisa
they
wanki.
probably
Ti
like
toki grantu
smashed
kon
their heads on the
kitan
keyboard
kon
and
green
was called
kanchandu
it the
pro.
script.
Bok wala no bok cha. Nichi konchuva kin lorta ika.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi tikchok twiz yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami no nok.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Chachika don mulaka. Wata yuma ka wama honak nek. Ashanti dun unumani patoka. Wana kuna best chinga pala multonki.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick, well, we shall see.
Oh, she just disappeared. Don't mind if I do. Let's see, there's someone else here who's gonna... Oh, here we go. Excellent, thank you. Fair enough, thanks. This is... this is kind of how I go through life sometimes. Just say yes to things, and sometimes it's my problem, sometimes it's somebody else's. Anyways, if I go back on the ship, there's going to be these little critters running around. The game wants me to exterminate them, but I like keeping them as pets, so I'm not going to kill them. Because I'm not a monster. And I think you only get like 75 experience points for doing it anyway, so. First things first, gonna go get me a second lightsaber. Dang it. What are you talking about?
My mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
That thing in the background.
We should try to find her.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
They actually animated his mouth moving up and down underneath his mask, which I think is pretty neat. Anyways, let's electrocute these fools. Well.
Sure. Huh? What can I do?
Sure.
That's it for me. And he's frozen again. more lightsabers for me.
What?
What can I do?
I'm gonna put on the new robes because I like the black ones better. Alright. Let's check out the data pad. It contains a detailed description of you and Bastila. It also has a brief message. Bastila has escaped Terrace. Whoever can find her and dispose of her and her Jedi companion will be greatly rewarded by Lord Malak himself. And there we go. Alright, so I guess just start talking to people. Oh, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna ask about Mission's brother and then go find our new friend.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
Looks like someone doesn't want to make money.
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll. Can you spare me a few moments? I have something I want to get off my chest. I want to tell you about one of our workers. His name was Griff.
I like how he did the force thing and then went back to nursing his injuries.
And faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
Yeah, it sounds like
We
him.
would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
Oh,
He was
man.
lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job.
Oh, hope you do.
As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please.
Alright, we'll be back to talk to this lady.
Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Yeah, I bet you do. Really nice view with the back of his ears. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Look, all I know is Anakin Skywalker was single Then he killed a bunch of Tusken Raiders. And he was dating a senator. Take what you will from that. So that probably says more about Padme than anything else. I like how in that movie, like, it was very obvious that Padme was very uncomfortable around Anakin until he admitted to murdering an entire village, and then she was like, okay, anyways. I was not paying attention at all. I know from past playthroughs, that guy wants to, like, save the Tusken Raiders. Yeah. I'm part Native American, so I kind of feel for that. Being called savages just for being a little different. Doesn't really sit well with me. What does sit well with me is this conversation we're about to have in here. Where is Bastila?
Yes?
What are you doing? Get over here, pigtails.
Yeah?
Sure.
Ah, there he is. HK-47.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional Science-Tech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership. Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me.
As you can tell, he's been through some stuff, just based on the scuffs on his medal. How do I know you'll be loyal once the restraining bolt is off?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You see seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
You can say that again.
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well. Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid.
HK-47 is anything but a protocol droid.
Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere. Disclosure. I am a versatile protocol and combat droid, fluent in verbal and cultural translation. Should your needs prove more practical, I am also skilled in highly personal combat.
It is pretty funny listening to him speak Tuscan.
Extrapolation. Intuitive language comprehension. That would be the result of recognition and training of force sensitivity. Your kind have little use of translation droids. Of course, your kind also encounters danger on a far more frequent basis than the average citizen. You would do well to have me work for you then, before someone else makes use of my more exotic functions.
Exotic functions. Those exotic functions are killing people, murder, and death. In that order.
Disclosure. Finesse. Battle droids hold battlefields. I'm capable of eliminating a very specific type of target.
Politicians. He means politicians.
Retraction. Droids built for such a function face strict regulation and often have unique difficulties with previous owners. I therefore make no claim to that designation, prospective buyer. I am a law-abiding droid. Yes, indeed. Law-abiding. That's me.
If this is your first experience with HK-47, this probably seems pointless, but if you are familiar with him, this is hysterically funny.
Request. Please do not speak so loudly, prospective buyer. Do you truly wish my price to be doubled? Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
He was not built by Systech, I'll tell you that much right now. You'll find out more as we go.
Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining. Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
love how twitchy he is in the background.
I can be pretty convincing, I have to be. That mind trick is something else.
It troubles me to see you behaving this way. Such acts can lead to the dark side.
He said it would work. Fine. Dark side points. What? Por qué? Alright, Yaseka, let's go.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
Kill something for me?
Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master.
Alright, now he's acting how he's supposed to act.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Alright, beat a kid.
Acknowledgement!
Acknowledgement!
What can I do?
What?
Ready!
Look how dark side he is. Alright, we're gonna want repair. I don't know, I don't really ever use computer stuff in this. It's useful, just not my style. So if you choose to play this game, I would recommend investing in security, but more importantly, I would recommend investing in computer use. Like I said, it's just, I'm more of a fighter. So he's going to be using blasters, so we're going to need dexterity. Charisma is going to be useless for him, because when you do dialogue, it goes through your character, so I don't even know why it's an option for anyone that's not you. He does not have the force, so we can ignore wisdom. So intelligence, constitution, and dexterity are the ones that we care about. So we'll go dexterity first. No, we'll go constitution. Beef up his HP. Repair is like treat injury for droids.
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna go upgrade my lightsabers and his gun. Then we'll go to the hunting lounge. There's some funny stuff we can get up to there. And we'll probably call it a night. Like I said, it's gonna be a short one tonight. Okay, it looks like the blaster rifle's the best bet for now. Yep, see, here's the little guys. I'm not gonna kill these, I'm gonna pet it. I'm gonna play a game with it. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna cherish it. Also, there's like a gazillion of them hopping around. But it's okay, I love them. This ladder, I believe, would lead to the turret on top of the ship. Come on, where's the purple one? We'll use a green one for now, I guess. Oh, I can't upgrade. Alright. Warning to photosensitive viewers. But yes, I am an idiot.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all. Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true.
So you lied to me.
Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Athorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master? Answer. There have been numerous repairs and tampering made to my system, Master. Several systems are not operating as they should be. The fact that my memory is incomplete may be due to meatbag incompetence, or something else I am unaware of. Answer. I believe I have been damaged several times in the past, Master. I have always been repaired, but perhaps full functionality has not been restored. Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however.
I'm gonna have to upgrade my repair skill, I forgot.
Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
I sure hope you all passed English class in high school, because there's been a lot of foreshadowing in this episode.
Conjecture. There may be hidden programming that awaits
Chekhov's
certain
gun
conditions
if
to
you are a
reactivate
fan
my
of
memory core, Master.
TV tropes.
But there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay. Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, Then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities. Or some such.
Or some such.
Appeasement. Yes, Master. Of course, Master. Could we begin? Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is act. Now close the last panel. I am afraid the operation did not succeed, Master, though it was a valiant attempt for a meatbag. Supplication. Perhaps it would be best if you did. As you desire, Master. I can.
I wonder what happens if I try it as T3. I doubt it'll work, but it's worth a shot.
Acknowledgement. Statement. HK. Now, supplication.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Perhaps it would be best if you desisted your efforts for the moment, Master. This seems to be going nowhere.
Sure.
Statement. HK-40. Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meatbags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address. Retraction. Did I say that out loud? I apologize, Master. While you are a meatbag, I suppose I should not call you such. Explanation. It's just that you have all these squishy parts, Master, and all that water. How the constant sloshing doesn't drive you mad, I have no idea. Statement. Now do you understand the travails of my existence, Master? Surely it does not compare to your existence, but still. Apology. I am afraid I cannot comply with your command, Master, as much as I would like to. Commentary. How would you like to be the wholly owned servant to an organic meatbag? It's demeaning if, you weren't one yourself, I mean. Explanation. Someone has hard-coded it into my system that my current master always be addressed as such. Conjecture. I do not know. Some organic meatbag? Objection. I would not advise that, Master. There are safeguards present that, well, it should suffice to say that my systems have been altered plenty already. Answer. Considerably. Several of my systems do not match their embedded parameters. I have no memory of such alterations, however, or their purpose. Conjecture. I do not know. Observation. I can hardly be blamed for my programming, Master. Do not worry. I am still well capable of killing most anything for you.
Pretty bloodthirsty for a droid, aren't you?
Answer. Even a droid has to be allowed a little fun once in a while.
Oh, HK-47. You absolute psychopath.
Leave me be. If I don't get these converters working, I lose my job.
Ronto. Good boy, Ronto.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Gino Molirani Dubo Tokimba Noku Netsak Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha.
Alright, yeah, I'm not playing your card game. I accidentally skipped over a message there about crate dragons. If you've seen The Mandalorian, it's that thing he fights, on Tatooine. Hey, good on you, mate. Alright, so this guy, Kumar Fortuna, if that name sounds familiar, it's because in Return of the Jedi, the guy that hangs out at Jabba's palace is Bib Fortuna. Keep in mind this takes place roughly 11,000 years before the movies. So I think it's just kind of a fun little Easter egg. I wouldn't look into it or read into it.
Takom justach miki grabalmogo. Kachi ita. Jedo badwana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya. Dong patukashmak talea. Tolpa da pongwale kanduna kuchuchut. Kavadumku. Jedo badwana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya. Dong patukashmak talea. Kachikun ita donga. Ikinkuno bamulerat. Takom justach miki grabalmogo. Kachi ita hotunga. Jedo badwana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nunya. Dong patukashmak talea. Muchashak pakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun. Jedo badwana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nunya. Akupa chekupa. Jedu Badawana ni di bobo. Dom takom juz dach miki grabarmogo. Mucho shak bakat. Kiye no nama paole rachikun. Jedu Badawana ni di bobo. Dom nabungsha nunya. Mucho shak bakat. Kiye no nama pa. Takom juz dach miki grabarmogo. Kachi ita jedu badawana ni di bobo. Dom na bum. Mucho shak bakat. Kiye no nama paul. Takom juz dach miki grabarmogo. Jedu badawana ni di bobo. Dom na bum. Mucho shak bakat. Kiye no takom juz dach miki grabarmogo. Jedu badawana ni di bobo. Dom na bum. Mucho shak bakat. Kiye no nama paole rachiku. Takom juz dach miki grabarmogo.
What will you pay for me not to kill you? Oh, I am trying to get out of the dark side.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. Hoping to goad me into talking about... You'll have to ask around. Comad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though. My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays?
All right, Jerry Seinfeld.
If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there's simply fewer raid out there.
Probably because everyone's been
It
killing
used to
them.
be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters. But some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that? That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see. I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet. There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Comad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn. I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey. Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there. Good hunting.
You mean?
Warning. You'll pay attention to the master meat bag or suffer the consequences.
Watch your tongue, piggies. I'll rip them out. Alright, you know what?
Statement. They are not too much for us, Master. Blasters on ready.
Cowards. What?
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
Guy seems a little nervous.
Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I meant what I said about having no credits. Hunting is a dirty and tough business. There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters... What do I care? I need to eat. I also need to pay for parts so the wife can keep the droids running. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Faza. I guess honor needs... Who knows the planet? I don't know. I guess the sand people. I'm usually running when I see them, but... sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you. I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough. Smart traders. They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh? Good, huh?
I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. Yeah, so happy Star Wars Day to those of you who celebrate. Happy Star Wars Day to those of you who do not celebrate. Happy Monday, if it's Monday for you. If it is not, I hope you have a happy whatever day it is. And thank you for watching if you indeed are watching to this point. See ya.